A voice like this, because good poetry is meant to be spoken. Welcome to A Voice Like This, where poetry is given space to speak and be heard. I'm Phil Rowe. Each week, I bring you poems that have stayed with me, not to explain them, but to say them aloud, as they were meant to be. This episode pairs two voices separated by a century, and by the emotional distance between love admired and love remembered. First, Lord Byron offers us a brief and quietly adoring glimpse of a woman seen, perhaps only in passing. Then, Thomas Hardy's offering is a piece filled with grief and the disorienting ache of hearing someone who's no longer there. The light and the echo. So, here's She Walks in Beauty by Lord Byron. She walks in beauty like the night, of cloudless climes and starry skies, and all that's best of dark and bright meet in her aspect and her eyes, thus mellowed to that tender light, which heaven to gaudy day denies. One shade the more, one ray the less, had half impaired the nameless grace which waves in every raven tress, or softly lightens o'er her face, where thoughts serenely sweet express how pure, how dear their dwelling place. And on that cheek and o'er that brow, so soft, so calm, yet eloquent, the smiles that win, the tints that glow, but tell of days in goodness spent. A mind at peace with all below, a heart whose love is innocent. There's something in that poem that feels almost untouched by time. The way Byron captures beauty without possession, reverence without desire. It makes me wonder if it had some influence on James Blunt and his greatest hit. But time, of course, always moves on, and so we shift from a moment of wonder to a memory that won't quite let go. This is The Voice by Thomas Hardy. Woman much missed, how you call to me, saying that now you are not as you were, when you had changed from the one who was all to me, but as at first, when our day was fair. Can it be you that I hear? Let me view you then, standing as when I drew near to the town, where you would wait for me, yes, as I knew you then, even to the original air-blue gown? Or is it only the breeze in its listlessness, travelling across the wet mead to me here, you being ever dissolved to wan wistlessness, heard no more again far or near? Thus I, faltering forward, leaves around me falling, wind oozing thin through the thorn from norward, and the woman calling. There's a hollow at the centre of that poem, something that is fully felt but remains unspoken. And that contrast between Byron's steady gaze and Hardy's trembling doubt is why I brought them together. One speaks to what we see, the other to what we can no longer hold. If either poem stirred something in you, I'd love to hear about it. You can drop me a note on avoicelikethis@gmail.com, or of course you can follow the podcast on your app of choice. New episodes arrive every Monday, short, spoken and gently shaped. Until next time, take care.